I have always been inspired by those artists on YouTube that do all those art battles. And so I came up with my own. And I thought that my family and I could practice the art battles for an art camp that I am hosting in July. And our first camp is going to be fondant art. And I created these, well, let me show you. Well, you can't see it there. Hold on a second. So I created this like little planning card. So I'm going to print that out on Canva. Well, we're going to download it like a PDF. Download it, and we're going to print this out. So what this does is it actually helps guide people into creating and sparking their own idea, planning it out, and hopefully kind of drawing it and figuring out exactly what they want. So originally when I was designing this, I was thinking about the lavender person that I was creating. So that's kind of where the head went. And then I ended up with like an elephant trunk, and this is the stem and the roots. And then I added some horns and then some leaves on the side. This is Kaylee's, but I think she started over and focused on doing some kind of cat creation. And then her friend Olivia was also, well, it was a fox with like a big tail on the end. And then my husband was making some little flat character with a face, but he eventually redid this one as well. And then we had Grayson, who was literally refusing to draw at the time. So I decided to color mine and figure out what colors that I wanted to use in this weird creation. And I don't know that would turn out, but we'll see. This is the final plan for mine with all of its colors just sketched out. Kaylee continuing her piece, and then Olivia making some more colors, and then Grayson finally started on his piece, which was going to be a pizza. Next, I grabbed out the fondant and decided to take off a huge chunk of this to see if that would be enough for me to get started in this sculpture. I think in hindsight, I probably should have had some little toothpicks or things to help put these together. And then, of course, I had like this little mishap with the camera and how to control and angle it. But here I am trying to figure out how I'm going to piece together this head. And I start trying to make it round, but it didn't really like combine well together. And the more that I played with it, it got stickier and stickier. But here I'm adding in this yellow. And the reason I'm doing this as a practice round is to see what parts I might be missing and what I need. And so I found very quickly that what I need are gloves. Every person really should have been wearing gloves, and I will supply some gloves at my event. Next, I decided to roll out the long nose form, and then after I stuck it on, I'm like, that is ridiculously long. I really need to cut that. And then this is me trying to figure out how to make this purple color, and then I obviously used way too much blue, but I kind of liked the way that the colors were coming together into this like marble effect. Okay, so update, in the middle of trying to do that, my back went out, so everybody had to like film it all on their own and figure out what to do while I'm like laying on the floor. So, but I'm still gonna get this done. Kaylee's dragon cat plan, and then Olivia's fox with blue hair, and then their final pieces that they created. This is my husband's little monster figure, and then how that turned out in his thing. And then this was Grayson's little pizza in the making. So this was Kaylee's cat dragon. I'm gonna have a tab in the community for you to vote which one was your favorite. But she did these green horns and a blue body. Then Olivia's was this orange fox with blue hair and a blue tail. And then we added them to the cupcakes. This was Grayson. This is why we really needed gloves. But he had so much fun and thought that it was just hilarious that his hands were red. And then another view of my husband's little monster. So you can choose from that one or his final one, which was this little pizza right here.
But yeah, it's just basically like the flavor of Fondant. It still tastes good, I guess.
Sorry, I'm still trying to recover and rest, but I did want to let you guys know that they had so much fun doing this. I'm sorry the film was kind of spotty and whatnot. It was the best I could do with my back being out. But I did have them judge each other's on these different characteristics. I will show you what that is in just a second. So this is the judging scorecard, and I had everyone judge on originality, color, detail, concept, the wow factor. And you put each name down in the list and then rank them like 1 to 3. But yeah, so the winner of this fondant creation ended up being Olivia with the fox. So I'm going to post in the community tab the 4 different ones and then let you guys vote and see which one you would vote for.